हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। आज हम ईज स्टडी में सीबीएसई क्लास 10th टर्म 1 2021-22 जो बोर्ड पेपर आया था उसका साइंस में फिजिक्स पार्ट का सॉल्यूशन लेके आए। तो मेरे पास जो ये पेपर है उसमें हमने सेट नंबर 4 और सीरीज जेएस के 1 का सॉल्यूशन प्रिपेयर किया है। तो देखते हैं इस बार कैसा था पेपर और किस टाइप के क्वेश्चन पूछे गए। इसमें जो फिजिक्स का फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन था, जो पेपर मेन पेपर का सीक्वेंस नंबर क्वेश्चन नंबर 17 था। तो उसमें लिखा हुआ था, इफ अ लेंस एंड अ स्फेरिकल मिरर बोथ हैव अ फोकल लेंथ ऑफ negative 15 centimeter minus 15 centimeter, then it may be concluded that so a lens is having focal length minus 15. It means negative focal length means concave lens. Okay, because negative focal length, it means focus is towards the left hand side of the lens. So it is there in concave lens because it is a diverging lens. Okay. Similarly, if negative focal length in the mirror, so it means again focus is towards left hand side. So it will be in the concave mirror because it is a converging mirror. So here lens and mirror both are concave only because they are having negative focal length. So option A will be correct, that both are concave. So correct answer is option A. Then next question is question number 18. Question number 18 mein, again it is related to lens chapter, light chapter. So an optical device forms an erect image of an object placed in front of it. ध्यान से पढ़िए, देखो क्या दिया हुआ है, ऑप्टिकल डिवाइस। ऑप्टिकल डिवाइस मीन्स लेंस मिरर कुछ भी हो सकता है। फॉर्म्स एन इरेक्ट इमेज, सो इरेक्ट इमेज फॉर्म कर रहा है, इट मीन्स वर्चुअल एंड इरेक्ट इमेज ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट प्लेस्ड इन फ्रंट ऑफ इट। अब देखो वर्चुअल इरेक्ट इमेज दोनों टाइप के लेंस दोनों टाइप के मिरर बता सकते हैं। तो इसमें अभी हमारा श्योर नहीं है, और तीनों टाइप के मिरर, प्लेन मिरर को भी इंक्लूड करते हैं। तो ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ लेंस एंड मिरर कैन फॉर्म इरेक्ट इमेज। बट नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट हमको क्लियर हो जाएगा कि किसके बारे में, कौन से ऑप्टिकल डिवाइस के बारे में क्वेश्चन पूछा है। इफ द साइज ऑफ इमेज इज 1/2 that of the object, the optical device is so size of image is 1/2, it means magnification is less than 1. So image जो form हो रहा है that is smaller than the object. So now अभी given option में से आपको पता लगाना है कि कौन सा जो optical device है वो virtual, erect and smaller image बनाता है। Okay, so virtual, erect and smaller image बनाता है हमारे केस में या तो convex mirror बनाता है या concave lens। So अब देखते हैं ऑप्शन ए, concave mirror। So concave mirror बनाता है virtual, erect and magnified image. So it is incorrect. Option B, convex mirror. So yes, it is correct because convex mirror forms virtual, erect and diminished or smaller image. Okay. Plane mirror virtual, erect और same size बनाता है, so it is incorrect. Convex lens, convex lens बनाता है virtual, erect and magnified, so it is also incorrect. So correct option is option B. The next question, a student determines the focal length of a device A by focusing the image of a far off object on a screen placed on the opposite side of the object. The device A is, so in this case, uh, far off object. Far off object means we can consider object is at infinite distance. Okay, उसका focal length determine कर रहा है। Okay, by focusing the image of a far off object on a screen. So screen पे it means वो क्या होगा, real image बनेगा, real and inverted. But ये image कहाँ बन रहा है, on the opposite side. So actually ये जो optical device हो सकता है जो real and inverted image बनाता है वो हो सकता है concave mirror या convex lens. बट इधर क्या बन रहा है, अपोजिट साइड ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट। सो अपोजिट साइड कब बनेगा, इन केस ऑफ कॉन्वेक्स लेंस। ओके, बिकॉज कॉन्वेक्स लेंस में रिफ्लेक्शन होता है। कॉन्केव मिरर में क्या होता है, कॉन्केव मिरर में जो रियल इमेज बनता है सेम साइज ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट बनता है, सेम साइड ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट। ओके, बट इधर क्या बन रहा है, अपोजिट साइड। सो इसलिए क्या हो जाएगा, करेक्ट ऑप्शन विल बी कॉन्वेक्स लेंस, ऑप्शन सी। देन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, it is also related to refraction. So when light is incident on a glass slab, the incident ray, refracted ray and the emergent ray are in three media A, B and C. if N1, N2 and N3 are the refractive index of A, B and C respectively, and the emergent ray is parallel to incident ray, which of the following is true? So as we know, जैसा हमने देखा था कि अगर कोई ग्लास स्लैब है, सपोज दिस इज अ ग्लास स्लैब, और इधर कोई इंसिडेंट रे आ रही है फ्रॉम एयर मीडियम टू ग्लास. So in this case, after refraction, it will bend towards the normal. Okay, and when it reaches to other surface, so again क्या होगा, refraction होगा. Now it will move away from the normal. And we have seen that original incident ray and the emergent ray both will be parallel. Okay, so this will happen when this first medium and second medium both are same only. Okay, and here first medium and last medium, we can say that the medium through which light is incidenting and the medium in which light is emerging both should be same. Then only the incident ray and emergent ray would be parallel. Okay, so suppose दोनों एयर है और जो सेकेंड मीडियम था वो था ग्लास. ओके, सो इस केस में क्या हो जाएगा, जो फर्स्ट मीडियम है उसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स और थर्ड मीडियम का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स क्या होगा, इक्वल होगा. सो N1 इज इक्वल टू N3. ओके, और जो ग्लास है, ग्लास का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स मोर देन एयर होता है, सो N2 इज ग्रेटर देन N1 और N3. सो ऑप्शन डी करेक्ट हो जाएगा, दैट N1 इज इक्वल टू N3 which is less than N2. Okay, so correct option will be option D. Then next question, the image of a candle flame formed by a lens is obtained on a screen. So again, image is obtained on a screen. एक lens है, image screen पे बन रहा है. Image screen पे मतलब real and inverted. So कौन सा lens real and inverted बनाता है, convex lens. Okay. Now, according to the new Cartesian sign convention, if the image is 3 times the size of flame, so image 3 times है, it means magnification हो जाएगा 3. But since image screen पे बढ़ रहा है, तो screen पे जो image बनता है वो होता है real and inverted. So inverted के लिए magnification होता है negative. Okay, so इस केस में क्या हो जाएगा, जो ऑप्टिकल डिवाइस होगा, जो लेंस होगा वो होगा कॉन्वेक्स लेंस और मैग्निफिकेशन होगा -3. सो करेक्ट ऑप्शन विल बी ऑप्शन सी. देन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द पावर ऑफ अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ टू लेंस इज कॉन्टेक्ट इन कॉन्टेक्ट इज +1 डायोप्टर. सो देखो, दो लेंस को हमने कंबाइन किया और पावर ऑफ कॉम्बिनेशन इज +1 डायोप्टर. इफ द फोकल लेंथ ऑफ वन ऑफ द लेंस ऑफ द कॉम्बिनेशन इज +20 centimeter, find the focal length of the other lens. Okay, so actually other lens का focal length find करना है. So we know that one formula we have studied, that power of combination, that P is equal to P1 plus P2. Okay, इसको अगर हम focal length में convert करें, so we can write 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon F1 plus 1 upon F2. So either 1 upon F. So power of combination था 1 diopter. Okay, so 1 diopter को क्या लिख सकते हैं, 1 upon F. So in this case हमको focal length find करना है. So we know that power is equal to 1 upon F. So focal length will be 1 upon power. So in that case, focal length of the combination of lens will be 1 upon 1, that is 1 meter or 100 centimeter. Okay, so 1 upon F लिख लेंगे plus 1 upon plus 100. 1 upon F1, focal length of first lens, it will be +20, 1 upon +20 plus 1 upon F2. So इसको हम अगर सॉल्व करें फर्दर, we can write 1 upon F2 is equal to 1 upon 100 minus 1 upon 20. So इसको आगे और सॉल्व कर देंगे, 100 will be LCM. So 1 minus 5, that is -4 upon 100. So focal length F2 will be 100 upon -4, that is -25 सेंटीमीटर। ओके, सो इसका करेक्ट आंसर आ जाएगा फोकल लेंथ इज -25 सेंटीमीटर, ऑप्शन सी। ओके, सो एक और मेथड है इसका, हम कर सकते हैं कि अगर हमको पावर ऑफ कॉम्बिनेशन है तो हम पावर ही फाइंड कर लें। ओके, सो पावर ऑफ कॉम्बिनेशन गिवन है 1 डायोप्टर, पावर ऑफ लेंस 1, सो लेंस 1 का फोकल लेंथ है 20 सेंटीमीटर, दैट इज 0.2 मीटर। सो इसका पावर हो जाएगा 1/0.2, so that will be 5 diopter। Okay, and P2 we have to find out. So from this P2 is equal to 1 minus 5, that is -4 diopter। So इसका focal length F2 हो जाएगा 1 upon P2, so this will be 1 upon -4 or -0.25 meter, that is equal to -25 सेंटीमीटर। सो इस मेथड से भी कर सकते हैं, ऑप्शन सी आपको आंसर आएगा। देन करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज ऑप्शन सी। देन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हेन अ रे ऑफ लाइट passes through a glass prism, it suffers two refraction। So we know that in case of a glass prism, when ray of light is moving through a glass prism, suppose this is a glass prism, so suppose if a ray of light is incidenting like this, so first it is moving from air to glass, so it will move towards the normal, it will bend like this। Okay, and then at second surface it is moving from glass to air medium, so it will move away from the normal, so it will move like this। So here during this refraction the ray bends, so we can see here that in both the refraction at both the surface, the ray is bending towards the base। Okay, so correct option will be option B, that in both the cases the ray will bend towards the base। Then question number 24, to an astronaut the sky on the moon appears dark because, so actually when the astronaut is in the sky, so he is above the atmosphere, he is above the atmosphere, and then here we are talking about a astronaut is on the moon। Okay, so on the moon there is no atmosphere on the moon। Okay, so if there is no atmosphere, so in that case no scattering of light will take place, because we are able to see the color of sky as blue due to scattering of light। Okay, but if there was no atmosphere, so no scattering will take place and color of sky appears to be dark only। Okay, so therefore correct option is option B, that there is no atmosphere on the surface of the moon। The next question of physics was question number 34, which is assertion and reason based question। So here assertion is given that kerosene having higher refractive index is optically denser than water, although its mass density is less than that of water। Okay, so actually in this case, first of all, we have to find out whether this statement is correct or not। Okay, so optical density, we are talking about, it means higher refractive index। So refractive index of kerosene is 1.39 and refractive index of water is 1.33। So therefore we can say it is optically denser than water, so this part is correct। And if we talk about mass density, so mass density of kerosene is 0.898 kg per meter, sorry, gram per centimeter cube, and mass density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube। Okay, so we have observed that when we are mixing water and kerosene, so kerosene will form a layer at the top of water, it means mass density of kerosene is less than that of water, so it means assertion A is 100% correct। Now we will check what is reason R and whether it is correct or not। So here it is saying that the speed of light decides whether a medium is optically rarer or optically denser। So this part of the statement is also correct, because the speed of light is the deciding factor of the optical density of the medium। So the medium in which speed of light is more, that is optically rarer, and the medium in which speed of light is less, that is optically denser। Okay, an optically denser medium may not possess greater mass density। So this part is also correct, because optical density of a medium does not depend on mass density of the medium। So it means both assertion and reason are correct. Okay. But now we have to find out whether reason is the correct explanation of assertion. So for this, if you put y in assertion, so assertion में आप ऐसा लगा दो कि ऐसा क्यों है कि केरोसिन का मास डेंसिटी वाटर से कम है बट उसका ऑप्टिकल डेंसिटी वाटर से ज्यादा है. तो अगर उस क्यू का आंसर हमको रीजन में मिल रहा है तो ऑप्शन ए करेक्ट होगा, अगर नहीं मिल रहा है तो ऑप्शन बी करेक्ट होगा. तो अब देखो कि इस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन में इस असर्शन के क्यू का आंसर रीजन में क्लियरली देखा हुआ है, बिकॉज इसमें क्लियरली बताया हुआ है कि ऑप्टिकल डेंसिटी है, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इन दैट मीडियम एंड इट डज नॉट डिपेंड्स ऑन मास डेंसिटी. ओके, सो देयरफॉर वी कैन से in this particular question both assertion and reason are true and reason R is the correct explanation of assertion A. So therefore correct answer is option A. Then question number 42. So in the diagram we have to identify which type of lens we are using and what should be the position of the point on the principal axis OO dash where the image of the object AB appears to be formed. Okay, so हमको बताना है कि कौन सा लेंस है और एक ऑब्जेक्ट AB है उसका इमेज कहाँ बनेगा. Okay, so first of all when we look at this diagram, so here the ray is parallel to incident ray is parallel to principal axis and after refraction from the lens it is getting diverged, it is getting spread. Okay, so it means the lens is a diverging lens. So which lens is diverging? So we know that concave lens is a diverging lens. Okay, so again we know that concave lens always form virtual and erect image of the object at the same side of the object. So जो side object है उसी side वो real virtual and erect image form करेगा. Okay, so here object AB is kept between O and Y. Okay, so इस केस में जो इमेज फॉर्म होगा वो भी क्या होगा, O and Y के बीच में होगा, between object and the lens. Okay, so it means lens is a concave lens, image is virtual erect, it will form same side of the object, it means between O and Y. So correct option is option B. Then next question, question number 43. इसको orally solve कर सकते हैं. The image of an object placed in front of a concave mirror of focal length 15 centimeter is of the same size as the object. The distance between the object and its image is. So इधर given है कि एक concave mirror है जिसका focal length 15 centimeter है. Okay, उससे जो image बन रहा है वो same size का image बन रहा है. So अगर आपको different पोजीशन लर्न हो कि कॉन्केव मिरर से इमेज फॉर्मेशन कैसा होता है, तो जो कॉन्केव मिरर का मैग्निफिकेशन 1, इट मीन सेम साइज का इमेज जो बनेगा वो कब बनेगा, व्हेन द ऑब्जेक्ट इज केप्ट एट सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर ऑफ द मिरर. ओके, सो जब ऑब्जेक्ट सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर है उसका इमेज भी बनता है सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर पे, इट विल बी रियल इन्वर्टेड एंड ऑफ सेम साइज. ओके, सो इस केस में क्या होगा, ऑब्जेक्ट भी सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर पे, इमेज भी सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर पे. So the distance between object and image दोनों क्या होगा, दोनों जीरो होगा, बिकॉज u क्या होगा, ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस इस केस में -30, इमेज डिस्टेंस भी क्या हो जाएगा -30. तो जो इमेज और ऑब्जेक्ट दोनों सेम पॉइंट पे बन रहे हैं तो डिस्टेंस बिटवीन ऑब्जेक्ट एंड इमेज वुड बी 0. ओके, सो ऑप्शन डी वुड बी करेक्ट आंसर. Then question number 44. So here it is given an object of height 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter का ऑब्जेक्ट है, उसका हाइट दिया हुआ है, is placed vertically on the principal axis of a convex lens. Okay, convex lens है. When the object distance is -37.5 centimeter, u is given -37.5, and image of height -2 centimeter is formed at a distance of 25 centimeter from the lens. Okay, so इसमें given है, जो given हम लिख लेते हैं, height of object is 3 centimeter, height of image is -2 centimeter, object distance is -37.5 centimeter, and image distance is 25 centimeter from the lens. Okay, सो इस केस में आप देखो, अगर डेटा को ऑब्जर्व करोगे तो क्या बन रहा है, आपका जो इमेज है वो निगेटिव साइन मीन्स उसका क्या हो रहा है, वो रियल एंड इन्वर्टेड इमेज है। ओके, और स्मॉलर देन द ऑब्जेक्ट है। सो अब देखो, इस केस में कॉन्वेक्स लेंस के केस में रियल इन्वर्टेड एंड स्मॉलर इमेज कब बनता है, व्हेन द ऑब्जेक्ट इज केप्ट बियॉन्ड द सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर। ओके, सो इट मींस ये ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस है, ये सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर से ज्यादा है, रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर से ज्यादा है, बियॉन्ड सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर। ओके, सो इट मीन्स ये जो 25 सेंटीमीटर है, इट मीन्स वी नो दैट in case of convex lens, if object is kept beyond center of curvature, its image will form between, we can say that center of curvature को हम लिखते हैं 2f1. So when the object is beyond 2f1, so in that case image will form at the other side of the lens, okay, between f2 and 2f2, okay, or between f2 और second center of curvature के बीच में। okay, so it means ये जो है between focal length और रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर के बीच में ये डिस्टेंस। तो आप इसको मेंटली भी सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। ओके, अदरवाइज व्हाट यू कैन डू, यू कैन फाइंड आउट द फोकल लेंथ फ्रॉम द गिवन डेटा। ओके, सो आप इसको सॉल्व करके फोकल लेंथ भी फाइंड कर सकते हैं। सो वी नो दैट फोकल लेंथ 1/f इज इक्वल टू 1/v minus 1/u। सो इन दिस केस 1/v हो जाएगा 1/25। ओके, माइनस एंड माइनस प्लस, इसको लिख लेंगे 1/37.5 को मैं लिख रहा हूँ 2/75। सो व्हेन वी सॉल्व दिस, 1/f आ रहा है 1/15, सो फोकल लेंथ इज 15 सेंटीमीटर। ओके, सो इसका जो 2f हो जाएगा डिस्टेंस 30 सेंटीमीटर। ओके, अब हमको नेक्स्ट पार्ट को सॉल्व करने में इजी होगा, हम उसको ओरली कर देंगे। देखो, नेक्स्ट द सेम ऑब्जेक्ट इज प्लेस्ड वर्टिकली एट 25 सेंटीमीटर फ्रॉम द लेंस। सो अब देखो ऑब्जेक्ट कहाँ है, बिटवीन f1 एंड 2f1, बिकॉज 25 सेंटीमीटर, सो वो डिस्टेंस फोकल लेंथ से ज्यादा है बट रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर से कम है। ओके, सो इट मींस इट इज केप्ट बिटवीन f1 एंड 2f1। तो इस केस में इमेज बनता है जो बियॉन्ड 2f2 बनता है, इट विल बी रियल, inverted and magnified. So beyond 2f2, beyond 2f2 मतलब 2f2 जो है डिस्टेंस होगा +30 सेंटीमीटर। ओके, सो +30 से ज्यादा डिस्टेंस, सो इट मींस जो v होगा वो आपका +30 से ज्यादा। तो गिवन ऑप्शन में v +37.5 और -37.5 है, तो -37.5 वाले ऑप्शन रिजेक्ट हो जाएंगे, +37.5 वाले दो ऑप्शन रहेगा ए और सी। ओके, अब हमको देखना है कि इमेज किस टाइप का बनता है। तो व्हेन द ऑब्जेक्ट इज केप्ट बिटवीन f1 एंड 2f1 इन फ्रंट ऑफ अ कॉन्वेक्स लेंस, इमेज विल फॉर्म बिहाइंड 2f2 और बियॉन्ड 2f2, इट विल बी रियल, inverted and magnified. So image is forming real inverted, it means height of image will be negative, or magnified means बड़ा होगा। okay, so here object height 3 था, तो 3 से बड़ा but negative, so it means option C is correct because height is given -4.5, minus is representing image is real and inverted, 4.5 means height of image is greater than height of object. Okay, so option C will be correct in this particular question. The next question, question number 45, the relation r is radius of curvature is equal to twice of focal length is valid. So actually this relation is valid for both type of mirrors, both type of concave and convex mirror. Okay, so correct option will be option B. Then next, question number 46, a lens has a power of +4 diopter. It is, okay, so lens power is positive. Positive means it is a convex lens. Okay, and focal length we have to find out. So power is given +4 diopter. So we can find out focal length of this lens. F is equal to 1 upon power. So we can write 1 upon +4. So here focal length will be positive 0.25 meter. So it is a convex lens of focal length 0.25 meter. So correct answer will be option C. Then next question, an object is placed in front of a concave lens. For all position of the object, the image formed is always. So actually we know that concave lens is a diverging lens. So in this case, the refracted ray of light will never meet actually, never intersect each other actually. Okay. So in case of concave lens, the image formed is always virtual, erect, and diminished. Okay. So correct option is option B for question number 47, option B. Then question number 48, the twinkling of stars is due to. So we know that twinkling of stars appears due to change in the intensity of light which is entering in our eyes from the star. And this change in intensity is due to atmospheric refraction. Because what will happen? Due to variable atmospheric condition, the starlight which is entering into our eyes, which is coming to our eyes, will its intensity will get changed due to atmospheric refraction. So the twinkling of stars is due to atmospheric refraction. Option D is the correct one. Then question number 57 to 60. These are case study based question. So here in this question, it is given on a sunny day, Krish is a boy, he looked at the sky through a water fountain and was surprised to see a rainbow in the sky. Okay. So as here diagram is given, so it means we can say Krish is standing somewhere here, okay, and he is looking at the rainbow, okay, or we can more precisely we can say suppose a ray of light are coming like this. So Chris is standing somewhere here so that he can easily observe the rainbow, okay. So now we have to find out the location of the sun when Krish observed a rainbow, okay. So actually ray of light are coming from somewhere here this side. It means sun should be situated behind the Krish. Okay. So it means option A is correct, that the position of sun is behind him, behind Krish. So correct answer is option A. Now, the phenomenon of light involved in the formation of rainbow. So we know that in case of formation of rainbow, there are three phenomena involved. First is refraction, second is dispersion, and third is internal reflection or total internal reflection. So actually, when this ray of light from the sun enters in the water droplet, in that case, water droplet is behaving as a small or tiny prism. Okay. So at the first surface, ray is moving from air medium to water medium. So in that case, at the first surface, the ray of light will undergo through refraction as well as dispersion. Because we know that all the 7 colors of light, they are having different refractive indices in water or glass medium. Okay. So here when ray of light is moving from air to glass at the air to water at the first surface only, it will get refract as well as disperse. Okay. So refraction dispersion will take place at first surface, and when it is moving at the second surface of the water droplet, in that case its angle of incidence for that surface is greater than critical angle. So due to this, it will get totally internally reflected, and again it will come back to the first surface. Okay. And further at first surface, again refraction will take place and it will come out with a greater spectrum. Okay. So here option B is correct. The phenomena of light involved in the formation of rainbow are refraction, dispersion, and internal reflection. Then question number 59. In the formation of a rainbow, the role of water droplet present in the water fountain is to act as. So I have already explained you that in formation of rainbow, water droplets are acting as tiny prism. Okay. So correct answer is option D. The last question, that while entering a water droplet, the sunlight gets refracted only, it is incorrect. Reflected internally, it is partially correct, it is not completely correct. Okay. But here again it is incorrect, because if you read the question carefully, while entering a water droplet, okay, it means We are just talking about when the ray of light is striking at the first surface of the water droplet. Okay, while entering, when it is entering, so on the first surface, what will happen? So first surface, only refraction is incorrect. Okay, because at first surface it is getting refracted as well as it is getting separated into 7 component colors. It means it is splitting also. It means at first surface, while entering a water droplet, it is undergoing through refraction as well as dispersion. So option C is correct. Some students might get confused with option D, but if you read option D carefully, it is given first refracted and then dispersed while coming out of the water droplet. It means it is saying that when it is coming out of the water droplet, at that time it will disperse. So this is incorrect. Actually, while entering only at the first surface, it will refract as well as disperse. So correct option is option C. So I hope this paper was very easy for you. So I hope this paper discussion would help you for future exam. So I request all of you to like, subscribe and share our channel, Ease Your Study. So thank you for watching guys. Take care. Have a nice day.